Myself Syed. Okay, I'm having 8 years of experience, overall IT experience. Okay, 3 years of Hadoop. Okay, 3 years of Hadoop experience and 5 years I am from a Java JEE. Okay, Java JEE. I am into teaching field from last 2 years, and I am teaching Hadoop from last 6 months. Okay, earlier I used to teach Java JEE. Currently I am taking, what are the courses I am covering with Hadoop and Core Java. Means I can say the module is JSC, Java Standard Edition. Why I am teaching Core Java means some of the Hadoop developers who doesn't know Core Java. So for them, for consultants, I used to teach Core Java. And daily I used to run 5 batches per day. Okay, and my office timings are like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. This is my office timing. Okay, chalo, this is my introduction. So let unmute all of you. I used to keep interacting people whenever we are in the session. Okay, I used to ask so many questions, so that I believe if I ask question, so the person will remember for a long time. So this is my funda, I can say. So okay, let me unmute all of you. So first of all, tell me what is big data. So today you are here to learn big data, right? So what is big data? Haja, can you tell me? Just tell you what you think. What is big data? Come on, yaar, interact with me. Haja, I can see you are offline. So can you hear me, Haja? Okay, we'll pass this to Peter. Peter, can you describe little bit about what is big data?
It is an assortment of huge and complex data that becomes very tedious to capture and manage, like videos and text files.
Yes. Means uh, you want to say huge amount of data. I'm correct? Huge
Yes.
amount of data. So let me tell. Thanks, Peter. Okay. So let us continue. Let me mute all of you. Okay. Huge amount of data is known as big data. The relation between big data and Hadoop I will explain after 5 minutes. First let me cover this. What is big data? It's a huge amount of data. Why? Why huge? Because we are into IT field from long back, so many years. We never face this kind of issues. In the real time, we never face this kind of issues. Huge amount of data. From last 3 years, I can say. Currently, we are into 2015. So from last 3 years, we are receiving a huge amount of data which industry cannot handle. Okay, industries are facing a problem to handle huge amount of data. So from where we are getting all this data? From where we are actually getting this all this data? Yeah. So I can say before 3 years, have anyone have trusted on online shopping? All those things? No. No one used to trust online shopping. Currently in today's market, everyone became lazy to go to showrooms and all. Everyone is preferring for online shopping, and e-commerce are literally saying e-commerce are doing a very good business. In India also we have a Flipkart.com, right? Flipkart, Snapdeal, all those things all over the world. Okay, Shaul, you can disconnect from your PC and you can join from your iPad. No issues. Okay. So, uh, 3 years of before 3 years, we are getting a huge amount of data. Yeah. So from online shoppings, let me write from where are they. Okay. And we have a very good e-commerce website, Alibaba.com. This is a world famous website for shopping. And there are lot of websites, online shoppings are there. So from where we are getting all this amount of data? Yeah. From where? In today everyone are using smartphones. Before 3 or 4 years, no one there are no smartphones, very less smartphones, very less. Currently we are using each and everyone's hand having a iPhones. Okay, smartphones, I can say smartphones, iPad, all those things. From where we are you chatting. Okay, we are browsing the Facebook, all those things we are doing, right? So let me tell you from where we are getting the actual data. Huge amount of data means, first I can say the social networking is the first. Social networking, online shopping. Okay. Third one, hospital management. Hospital management. Okay. Next one, CCTVs. CCTVs, we are having the what? Videos, all the videos. Sensors, sensors data. Okay, sensors data. Okay, satellite signals, and etc. I can say huge amount of data we are getting each and every day. Each and every day we are getting lot of amount of data. Okay, and one more thing, guys, I never like to teach on PPT. Don't think that it's an online training. The instructor will cover each and every subject in PPT. In first day demo itself, I used to tell when I will open my PPT. Okay, when means only in architecture. Only in architecture. What are the architecture? Hadoop architecture. When I will show you some diagrams. Okay, instead of drawing them, I used to show some anatomies diagrams. Okay, because I can say our training, my training will be in little bit depth. Okay, it's a 80 hours of course. Okay, 80 hours. It's not a 30-40 hours. It's a 80 hours of course. 80 hours of course, and we need to complete in 35 to 45 days. How Sayed, how we can complete this in 35 to 45 days means daily 1 hour. Okay, in weekly 4 to 5 hours, Saturdays and Sundays 4 to 5 hours. Okay, so this will be my agenda. Why 80 hours means once you see the course content you will get to know why 80 hours. Hardly I can say 75 to 80 hours. And the POCs we are going, what else I will discuss, course content I will show you later. So let me complete this first. Architecture. Okay, architecture. At the point of Hadoop architecture, I will show you some PPT, some diagrams. At the part of MapReduce architecture, I will show you the architecture of MapReduce, because Hadoop, and this is a very new architecture. No one knows. Being a 20 years of experience also, they need to learn. And even a fresher also, they will learn the Hadoop. Even a 20 years of experience also, they will learn Hadoop, because this is a new concept. Okay, this is a very new concept in the market. And next, HBase here. HBase architecture. Rest of the things, no PPTs, only notepad and directly opening the VM, opening the Linux box and doing the technically. Okay, less theoretical, because theoretical won't work, I know that. Rather than that, we need to do practical work. Practical. Okay, so let me continue our class. So what is big data? So from these, all these area, I can say WhatsApp. Okay, in mobile also we used to chat each and everything where is getting stored here. Once you are opening any WhatsApp, suppose this is a WhatsApp, sorry, my mouse got something happened to my mouse. Suppose this is your WhatsApp application, WhatsApp, and you are doing chatting. Okay, you are performing chatting with your friends. All these messages are getting stored in server. So most of them are from Java background. They know what is the JW applications, all those things. Each and everything is getting stored on server. So this is the data. This is the data. Okay. Later on, I will tell you how much amount of data will be there for each and every company. Google, Facebook, how much they receive, all those things. Okay. So currently, okay, before going to Hadoop, yeah, let us go in the flashback. Hours flashback only. When I have started using computer, I assume the year is 1998. Okay, I used to use the XP. Okay, not XP1, not an XP2, only normal plain XP. Okay, at that time I used to have the hard disk size is 2 GB. 2 GB hard disk size, and the RAM size is 64 MB. I think you all will know. Okay, you all will know about these sizes. And can anyone tell me what will be the transfer speed at that time? Transfer speed. What is the transfer speed? Let me unmute all of you. No, can anyone tell me what is the transfer speed at in 1998? Transfer speed, like seeking time. once I'm performing copy and paste operation, the speed.
It's
Yes.
less than gigahertz, right? It's less than gigahertz.
You are went far away. I'm talking about in 1998 or 1997. Once I am performing copy and paste operation, what is the transfer rate? At
Okay.
that time you need so any idea about that?
Maybe 28 kb.
28 kb. Okay, good. The right answer is 10 kb. Okay, 10 kbps. Okay, coming to a current generation, we are in 2015. Everyone is using Windows 7 or Windows 8, correct? Windows 7 or Windows 8. Okay. Hard disk, everyone is used to maintain 500 GB or 1 terabyte of hard disk. What about RAM? Everyone is maintaining up to 4 to 16 GB of RAM. I'm correct? 4 to 16 GB of RAM. So what is the transfer rate currently you are getting? Can anyone tell me? What is the transfer rate or transfer speed? What is the transfer?
128.
Sorry, how much?
128 kb.
No. Any more guesses? See, if you knowing this, then only you will be interested what is big data, why it came into picture. So we need to see existing problems. Transfer speed. Any more guesses? Any guesses? Sorry, someone is speaking but voice is not
In,
audible.
in GBs, like
Who is telling in GBs? Is it Haja?
yeah.
No, yeah, no. Let me tell you. We have the transfer rate. Once try to perform copy and paste operation, you will find this 100 Mbps. Okay, 100 Mbps. If you are using 16 GB of RAM, 100 Mbps. That too only single process. Single process should run. What is single process, Syed, means? See, at the same time you are opening Gmail account, at the same time you are performing copy operation, at the same time you are listening a song in the window media player. So at a time multiple processes are running on your system. So that's the reason I'm telling only single process should run. You should do only one operation, that to copy operation. Okay, at that time you will get this much speed. Okay, now
What
recap
if
it.
multiple operation? Then the speed will be splitted, or how?
No, that is a processes. In CPU you will be having a processes, right? Processes. Have you
Yeah.
heard in Core Java threading concept? Thread is different, process is different.
Yes.
Yes. So process. Suppose I am
Okay.
writing here
Yes.
in Notepad. I am opening simultaneously. I am opening what window media player. I am listening a song, and one more side I am opening my Firefox and I am opening a YouTube. I am listening to the going through the video, listening the video song. So at the same time I am performing multiple tasks. Correct.
Yeah. Correct.
So that kind of process are known as multiple processes. So that too we need a single processor, single process. At that time you will find the speed. Okay. Okay. So let's back to that. XP. XP to Windows 7 or Windows 8. Okay, good. Hard disk size is 2 GB. I can say okay, very good growth in hard disk size from 2 GB to 1 terabyte we have went. Okay, very good in hand. Coming to RAM size, okay, I can see 64 MB to 4 to 16 GB. Okay, fine, no issues. I can get a good speed. From MBs to we have moved to GBs. Okay. Transfer rate I can see 10 kbps to 10 mbps. 10 100 mbps. 10 kbps in 1998. In 2015 we are getting 100 mbps. Okay, if anyone think that it's a good growth means I can say no. Why means, see, let me set an example here. I have a one file here. I have a one movie file. I assume that the movie file name is file1.mov file format. And let me mute all of you because the session is getting recorded, so it will be little bit disturbance. Okay, file1.mov. Okay, fine. Now I'm trying to do copy operation. Copy operation. Copy operation from my hard disk to, okay, external hard drive. External hard drive. Now, how much this, assume this is a file of 1 terabyte. So let me unmute all of you. Let me ask one question. Can anyone tell me how much time it will take to copy this entire file from my hard disk to external hard drive? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone
Maybe
tell me?
45 minutes.
How much?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. One answer is 45 minutes. Any more answers? Just guess it, yeah. I'm not asking any GK questions, right? Oh, Sahul, you need to go on mute. Okay, thank you. So,
30 minutes.
okay, someone said 30 minutes. Any more guesses? In 30
10
minutes,
to 15 minutes.
someone is very much fast in 15 minutes. So let me tell you the exact figure. Okay, it will take 2 hours. 2 hours of copying entire 1 terabyte of file from your hard disk to external hard drive. Okay, or it may take more. Okay, based on the speed. 2 hours it will take it. Okay, so you try it single file. So I cannot say this is the growth in transfer speed. Okay, this is not a good growth in transfer speed. Okay, in real world big data deals with terabytes of data. Terabytes. Now let me tell you, suppose in big data we are dealing more than 500 GB, greater than 500 GB, I can say greater than 500 GB, in terabyte, in petabyte, in zettabyte, okay, hexabyte, and we have sotabyte. Byte, more bytes will come in future. Okay, more bytes are yet to come in future. After 5 years, 6 years, you will see more bytes. So will that these extra bytes will come into future will support Hadoop means? Currently I can say yes. Currently I can say only one answer, yes. How means when we start what learning architecture part, you will get to know. Okay, this is the thing. This is the thing. And currently each and every company are dealing the data with more than 500 GB per day. So who should adopt Hadoop? Who should adopt Hadoop or big data? Suppose Haja have an organization here, that Haja organization. Okay, Haja is receiving every day his customers. Suppose he have some small organization. Okay, small organization. He is receiving 20 GB per day. Okay, user registration, user uploading some kind of documents or resume, whatever related to Haja business. For every day he is getting 20 GB per day his data. So I recommend Haja should not go for big data. Okay, suppose Peter is there. Peter have a very good big organization like Facebook. He is receiving 20 terabytes per day. 20 terabytes per day. Then I will recommend Peter, he should go for big data. He should go for big data. So why Syed? If the data is small, so your big data cannot handle, I cannot say why not? Why big data cannot handle? When big data is able to handle a huge amount of data, then why not small size? Small size of files, all those things. It will handle, but there is a little bit small disadvantages there. What means at the time of architecture, I will tell you. Okay, what if we having a small amount of data? Okay, first thing is big data can handle each and every amount of data. Okay, second thing is there is a small drawback. It's if we are talking about big data, I cannot say there is a drawback. Small little bit of kind of drawback we have if your data is very small, because big data is meant to operate big data. Yeah, why you are thinking about small kind of data? Okay, we need to handle huge amount of data. That's the reason we are going for big data. So if your company is receiving, I can say more than 500 GB per day, then that organization need to think to have a should adopt to big data. And mostly all the projects have been started on big data. If you're keeping POC also in your resume, you will get a call. You'll get a call from Accenture, Infosys, all those things. You're keeping that only POCs. Okay, and I will discuss what are the POCs we are going to do, all those things later after 5 to 10 minutes. First let me complete this. Next, can anyone tell me what is big data and what is Hadoop? Let me unmute all of you. Is big data is Hadoop or Hadoop is the big data? Can let me unmute all of you. Can anyone tell me what is big data and what is Hadoop?
Big data is a kind of set of data which is in a way of we can assume in the site capacity or the size of the data what we have, and the Hadoop is the one is like is a system to process this big data.
So you mean to say big data is some amount of data and Hadoop is going to handle that data, is it?
Yeah, it's a kind of tool to process this big data.
Okay, okay, good, good. Any more guesses?
Hadoop is a framework that allows for the distributed processing of large data across clusters of
Yes,
community computers.
yes, correct. Yes. Okay, good guys. Good try for all of you. Both of you are correct. So let me tell you in my way. So big data is a concept. Okay, big data is a concept, and Hadoop is the implementation. Okay, all are here Java. So let me tell you one example here in Java itself. Those are from non-Java background, don't worry. Okay, this is not related to Hadoop. What I'm trying to say now. So in Java, you have interfaces, right? JDBC specification. JDBC specifications. Who have launched these specifications? Sun Microsystem people. Sun Microsystem. Okay, and each and every vendor, okay, will follow this protocol, right? It should be JDBC compliance. Oracle have followed this JDBC specification, and they have given the jar file known as OJDBC 6.jar or OJDBC 14.jar. This 14.jar contains all the Java classes, right? But who have provided the specification? JDBC, Sun Microsystem. Now MySQL came into picture. They came with their own connector, MySQL connector.jar, whatever. Okay, MySQL connector.jar. Okay, so they also follow the same specification which was provided by Sun Microsystem. Like that, we have lot of Derby. To connect to Derby, we have a JT400.jar. I'm correct. Those who are from Java background, advanced Java background, they might be know all these things. We have PostgreSQL. We have separate PostgreSQL connector.jar for to interact with PostgreSQL. So what are these vendor companies are doing? They are just following the specification which is provided by Sun Microsystem. Correct. So they will what implements the interfaces which are provided the Sun Microsystem, and they will write their own logic. But the ultimate goal is same, right? For each and every organization, ultimate goal is same, interacting with database. Like that, big data is a concept. Sorry guys, I'm getting a call. Let me this. Okay, big data is the concept. Hadoop is the implementation. Before Hadoop, we have lot of frameworks in the market. Let me tell you those. Vertica, Netezza, SAP HANA, very much famous. SAP HANA. Okay, SAP HANA, very much famous before coming to Hadoop. But currently Hadoop is leading the market. Why, you know? The future is SAP HANA stores each and everything in its RAM. So it contains 100 terabytes of RAM. How it is maintaining the backup of this data, it's SAP HANA knows all those things. So, but when you try to purchase SAP HANA, you should purchase the hardware plus software. I'm correct? And this will cost you in crores. SAP HANA machines, it will cost you in crores, and you cannot install on your normal PCs or normal laptops, I can say, or commodity hardware. What is commodity hardware? I will tell you in next 5 minutes. Okay. If you want to work for SAP HANA, then you need to purchase hardware plus software. Okay. So this net is it is also kind of a product for perform analytics, all those things. But Hadoop came later, not later. Yeah, it was launched 12 years back only. We are learning after 12 years. Google have launched came up with this concept 12 years before only, and we are learning today after 12 years. See, you just think about the engineers of Hadoop. Sorry, Google. So how they have thought to implement this kind of things. The idea is what is Google only, Google idea. Tomorrow we'll see history of Hadoop, all those things. Okay, so let's come back to this. Hadoop is promising you, hey guys, I will run on any commodity hardware and I am free of cost. Okay, I am free of cost, no need to purchase myself. I will run on any commodity hardware. Any commodity hardware means your normal PCs, your normal laptops. Okay, if you have only 1 GB of RAM, okay, and 1 GB of RAM and 200 GB or 100 GB of 150 GB of hard disk also works for Hadoop. You can directly install your Hadoop in your normal laptops, normal PCs. Okay, no need to purchase separate hardware for that. Okay, so this is known as commodity hardware, very cheap hardwares. Like you can purchase one CPU in hardly 20 to 25,000, right? Indian rupee I'm talking, Indian rupee 20 to 25,000, and it's a free of cost, and it is an open source. As Java is an open source, Hadoop is developed on Java. Okay, Hadoop is developed on Java. So it's, anyone knows what is the open source. First of all, it's a free and the code is open for all. Okay, your Hadoop is developed on Java. I can say Hadoop understands only Java here. The language in future Hadoop understands, Hadoop have Java JVM. It understands only .class files. Okay, it's not like that you can write only Java programs. In Hadoop you can write Python, Scala, C++ programs, and as well as Ruby on Rails. So in these programs also you can write a Hadoop program, but internally what happens, you know, there are some concepts like streaming and pipes concept. That concept you need to use when you are writing other than Java. When you are writing any program for Hadoop other than Java, then you need to depend on some concept. The concept known as streaming. As part of our Hadoop course, we'll do one example as part of our POC on this as well. And pipes. These are the pipes are meant for C++, and streaming concept is meant for Ruby, Python, Scala. What this concept will do, you know, it will convert your existing programming language to Java. Means it will convert, first it will convert into Java, then it will compile, and that .class file will be presented to JVM. At that time your Hadoop logic will get executed. So basically if you write normal Java program, it's a core Java program. It's not, it will not touch any advanced, no, not at all required advanced programming knowledge, advanced framework knowledge to learn Hadoop. Only core Java OOPS concept. By seeing the code you need to understand it. Okay, so this is the thing JVM will understand, only .class. And how much percent in real time will write Java programs? Means I can say only 40%. Not 40, let me give 50%. 50% you will be writing a Java programs, and there are two separate developers here. A persons who are from let me take from database side, okay, they will be providing some separate tasks. A person who is from Java side, they will be providing some separate tasks. These persons should need to write Java programs, and these person need to write SQL queries. Where SQL comes into picture, let me tell you. Okay, let me tell you all those things. Now I will introduce all the ecosystems which we are going to cover as part of our course. Okay, these concepts as part of our regular classes, I will introduce all these things. So let me open my course content here. Some of them I have mailed this course content. I think they have read. So this is my course content. First of all, I have a introduction to big data. I will give the introduction about all this history, all those things. Next we will move to HDFS. HDFS, what is HDFS means? It's for storage. No, don't worry, I will not give any technical things, just I am showing my course content. Okay, in HDFS everyone will tell you in only commands here, but we are going to write Java based approach as well. How to interact with HDFS. This is the storage. From tomorrow onwards you will learn all those things. And MapReduce, this is a purely Java. Okay, purely Java. Not only MapReduce, I have advanced MapReduce module also with me, where we are doing some kind of real-time POCs, like I will tell you how to do map side joins, reduce side joins, because it's a very challenging task. No one shows interest to do all those things kind of programming, but we'll do it. Map side joins and reduce side joins, as well as secondary sorting, writing a program by using writable and writable comparable level kind of APIs, and compressions, all those things. Lot of things we will do it in MapReduce. Coming to Hive, those are from database side, they can concentrate more on Apache Hive. Okay, Apache Hive. This is purely SQL kind of thing, purely SQL, 100% SQL I can say, but little bit different features. Okay, in Hive, suppose here you have one functionality, sum. You have functionality of performing sum, but your team lead is asking to perform sub. You think that assume this functionality is not there in sub, function is not there in Hive. At that time, how to implement this new logic, new function? At that time, you need to depend on Java. UDFs we used to call. Where is the UDFs? UDFs in Hive. Okay, to add extra functionality, you need to write a Java code. Okay, 80% all the functionalities are there in Hive. Okay, only 20% you need to depend on Java here also. Very little bit. Don't bother about it. Coming to Apache Pig, this is a Pig Latin script here. This is a very new to each and everyone. Okay, it's a very easy. Scoop, to interact with export and to perform import and export operation, we have a Scoop. I have done lot of R&D in Scoop, so we are going to discuss each and everything. In most of the course content, you will not find you will find only first to 2-3 lines. But in my thing, I have done lot of R&D. I have worked lot of on Scoop, so I'll be telling you all those things in Scoop. We'll do some real-time analytics, doing some kind of Apache Flume, like taking the data, creating an app on Twitter. Okay, taking the data from Twitter and performing some kind of analytics by using Hive. HBase is a NoSQL database. We are going to learn HBase. It's a kind of NoSQL database, like we have MongoDB, Cassandra. We are going to learn HBase. HBase architecture is in your entire Hadoop. HBase architecture is little bit complex here. Okay, I should not say in the demo, but I will explain in a simple way. Okay, and trust me, you will learn the concept. Apache UZ, finally, to do the cron jobs, to scheduler jobs. Hadoop, first of all, Hadoop is the one, is not an OLTP. It's not an OLTP. OLTP means online transaction processing. Let me write it. Online transaction processing.
Sayed, sorry to interrupt you.
Yes. Who is this?
You say, yeah, Haja. This is Haja.
Yeah,
I
Haja,
got some small query
yeah.
regarding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So since the Hadoop doesn't support the OLTP, so what about the SAP HANA? Is it supporting online transaction processing, or is similar to Hadoop? Like
I think it is similar to
just
Hadoop.
asking some query.
It's similar to Hadoop. It's also for batch processing.
No, I see. Okay, okay.
And OLAP is Hadoop.
And what about is
yeah. What about which one?
Zookeeper concept? Like we had a zoo. What is Zookeeper?
See, as a developer, we will not write any kind of coding in Zookeeper. Zookeeper, see, I kept here. Why? At the time of HBase, we will be utilizing this Zookeeper. What is Zookeeper is little bit different. And who will be using this Zookeeper? Means, suppose you are developing any kind of project. In that project, product, not a project, products. So in that product, you will be using Zookeeper. Fine, Haja?
Okay.
Okay, this is also a Java.
Yeah, fine.
This is also a Java. Each and every component is Java only here internally, but we will not write any kind of Java coding. In only Apache HBase and MapReduce, we will write Java coding, but I will show you in Hive. In Hive also I will bring Java. In Pig also I will bring Java. In Pig also same UDFs we have. UDFs in Pig. Scoop is entirely command based. Each and everything is, I can say, command based only. Okay, once we start learning, then you will get in depth. Okay, Scoop is a command based, but internally it is also a Java. You can write normal Java programs to interact with Scoop. Flume is also command based. Internally it is also Java. HBase is a command based as well as Java, but we have very less support for command based. We need to depend, currently we need to depend on Java only. Okay, very less support from command based. In future, maybe after 1 or 2 years, you will get 100% support for HBase. If an instructor is teaching only commands and if he is skipping the Java part, means he is bluffing you. Okay, trust me, we need to write a Java coding in real time. We will be writing a Java coding in HBase. Okay, next Zookeeper. Next, let me go here. It's an online analytical processing. So how to, this is a batch jobs. Analytical processing means batch jobs which will runs in night or day by day or every 1 hour. Hadoop is majorly used for to perform OLAP. Okay, online analytical processing. In Hadoop we cannot perform online transaction processing, but Hadoop is very much famous here. So people also want this kind of functionalities. So how? By using one component we have HBase, we can make Hadoop to work as a OLTP. Like what we are doing, like backend we are keeping the Oracle, right, for our applications. Backend as an Oracle. This is your normal Java web application. This is your Oracle. You are using for OLTP to perform OLTP operation. Now by using HBase, you can make HBase. You can make this as to work as a OLTP. OLTP operations means you can maintain the Oracle or MySQL any kind of background at backend. Okay, by using to interact with web applications. Your Java web application now can also interact with Hadoop by using HBase. Okay, to perform, we can also perform OLTP operations with the help of HBase. And I'll come to that more. Zookeeper, I will give you introduction about Zookeeper because as a developer we will not write any kind of coding in Zookeeper. Suppose you're working on any product, at that time they will ask you to write, if they are asking you to Zookeeper, very less chances, yeah, no one will ask you to write a Zookeeper coding in real-time projects. Okay, and if you're trying to write a Zookeeper, either you're a very smart or I can say you're wasting your time. No need to write a Zookeeper logic, and it's a 100% Java. Okay, 100% Java. As part of POC, I will try to introduce one example on Zookeeper as well and writing in Java. But anyhow, I am going to give you an overview what is Zookeeper, all those things. And as part of HBase setup, we will be learning about Zookeeper. And the very good, as I said, setup here. In each and every institute, you will learn in Cloudera and Hortonworks. Okay, which I can say ready-made VMs. But as part of my course, we are learning in Linux Ubuntu version 14th version, which is the latest version. I will be providing the Ubuntu 14 version where I am going to teach installation of all the ecosystem. We will be downloading a jar file from Apache website and we will be doing the installation manually. So what is the difference, Syed, when if you are learning on Cloudera? See, I can say this is the ready-made material. Okay, the ready-made t-shirts or shirts you are going to Spencer's and you're purchasing, going to Big Bazaar. But this is the raw data, raw. Ubuntu means raw, each and everything is raw. Here, you are going to install each and everything manually. Okay, you should start Hadoop manually. Okay, and I will give, as this is a virtual training, I cannot show you the cluster setup. I can give one session on cluster setup, how to do a cluster 200 node cluster as well. There will be one session on this, and I will give an overview on how to use Cloudera and Hortonworks. And see guys, let me ask you one question. See, if you are using XP2, okay, suddenly Windows 7 came into market and you have started using Windows 7. So have you taken, any one of them have taken any kind of training to work on Windows 7? See, you have migrated
No,
to, yes. Do you think that you required any kind of training to migrate to Windows 7 unit? No, right? Each and everything is same. So what is this Cloudera and Hortonworks? You know, there are VMs, ready-made VMs. They are developed on top of CentOS. CentOS is an operating system. Okay, this is also a flavor of Linux. CentOS is also an operating system which is a flavor of Linux. What these people have done, Cloudera and Hortonworks, they have chosen this VM and they have installed each and everything. Okay, they have installed each and everything and they made ready for you installation. So after installing Cloudera and Hortonworks, once you write Hadoop, your Hadoop will get started. Once you write Hive, your Hive will get started. But as a developer, if you know the configurations, suppose I am taking Ubuntu I can take, or I can directly take CentOS operating system, yeah, no issues. And instead of going for Cloudera and Hortonworks, I want to install each and every component manually. In real time, that is a job of admin. But what if you are learning something extra? a kind of value add. If you know the cluster setup, all those things, there is a very good advantage to your profile. Okay, these people knows how Hadoop has got started, but a person who is working on Cloudera Hortonworks, he doesn't know how the Hadoop is got configured, how the Hadoop is got started. If he is typing Hadoop, the Hadoop will get started. But what about Linux people? You know, they will write this command. They will call this shell script file. By using this shell script file, your Hadoop will get started. Okay, this kind of shell script, these people doesn't know how to start a Hadoop. They used to come and ask what is the shell script file name, all those things. So by using Linux, you will get a very good advantage of installing all the components manually. This is a challenging task and no one want to teach this kind of things. So as part of my training, you will get this. And finally, project discussion. I will discuss 2 projects and minimum 40 POCs. I am going to give a 40 POCs. So currently, what kind of POCs means? Let me show you one diagram here. I have written this. I have shared with this. I am going on keep on adding. I'm keep on adding all those things. And this is the retail data POC, reading XML, JSON, URL processing, secondary sorting, archiving file. Okay, archiving all these things, and HDFX I will produce one kind of comics at last. So all these are 40 POCs. I am trying to extend more. Once at the end of your batch, I will bring more. So this is about my course content here. That's the reason it is 80 hours. So we can complete in hardly 35 to 40 days if you are spending more time. So it's up to us how we are going to spend a time on weekend, how we utilize it. Okay, so this is about the course content. Let me unmute all of you. So any doubts in this? Anyone? Any questions from any area? Haja, Peter, Sahul.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, right now I'm having a 32-bit OS, but i5 and 4 GB RAM. Is it possible to set up Hadoop, or better to switch to 64-bit OS?
Not required. Anyone will be work fine. Haja. So let me tell you. If you want to install Linux on your directly on your box, means you can install Linux box. Else I am going to provide Ubuntu 14 version iOS file. Okay, first you need to install VMware player. Okay, VMware player. On top of that, you will be installing Linux Ubuntu 14 version. Okay.
I have a question.
Yeah, Peter.
Okay.
Yeah, on my machine, I installed the VMware player with the Ubuntu 14 iOS.
Mm-hmm.
Do I just keep it, or I should delete it? I will do the whole process again. But I have it already installed.
So each and everything is installed on your Ubuntu.
Yes.
So have you configured Hadoop, Hive, Pig, each and everything? Have you configured?
No. I'm not done that yet. I just did just the virtual machine.
Okay. So how you used to do practice, Peter? Can you share some with these other guys so it will be helpful for them also? So you said you have done some little bit of training, right?
Yeah, but where I had the problem was the practical part. The guy who gave us the training, he was so fast, and a lot of us did not grab a lot of work from it. So I did most of the installation on my own.
So
although I ended up doing it well.
Okay. So have you taught you on Cloudera or Hortonworks? Mostly Cloudera they will suggest, I think. Is it?
Yeah, we did Cloudera and Hortonworks.
So he doesn't teach you each and every installation part, I think so, right?
No.
Okay, so that is the thing. Yeah, they need to complete the batches. And have you used PPTs? Entirely training based on PPT?
No.
So each and everything he used to write in Notepad, all those things.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So don't worry. We will be. I will be teaching each and everything from scratch onwards, and my training will be some kind of spoon feeding here. Please don't mind. It's a little bit slow. Earlier 10 to 15 days, it will be a little bit slow. Once you get the subject knowledge, then we can start. Little bit fast, not that much fast, little bit fast. But initially it will be kind of spoon feeding. Okay, so each and everyone should understand the concepts. So that's the reason initially it will be a spoon feeding kind of thing. Okay.
Okay.
So daily our timing like it will be a 7:30 to 8:30. So currently the batches are going on in PM. I'm talking about PM. The currently morning batches are going on. It will take hardly 15 to 20 days here morning batch to get complete. If that batch is getting complete, then I can switch to IST timing morning. So at up to 15 or 20 days, I cannot promise I can make it as a AM. So I know some of them are facing some issues. Like Peter, you have some time constraint, is it?
No, I'm ready for anytime. Anytime you set up,
Okay,
I'm good
anytime is
with
fine.
to go with that.
Okay, there is two more persons.
Syed,
Yeah, Haja.
Syed,
Yeah, Saul.
what in the morning time? Because we need to
See, morning already
consider.
batches got started, Saul. So,
Okay.
so actually, let me tell you the timings. 5 a.m. 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. one batch. Okay. Then after 6:10, so this is a special batch 6:10 to 7:45. 7:45 a.m. Then after 8 to 9 is my one more batch. This is Java. These two are Hadoop here. These two are Hadoop. So already started. These are for consultants. Okay, these are for consultant batches. Okay, and currently I am going to start this batch on 7:30 because 9 to 10, 9 a.m. Suppose I will go to office at 10 a.m. I will be back at 6:30 or 7. Assume it's 7 in the morning. Sorry, in the evening. And after coming, I am trying to plan this batch. Okay, from 7:30 to 8:30. Or if topic it doesn't
So,
complete it, then we can increase the time.
Sayed, can I ask one thing? Like, you fully working in Hadoop, is it? Like,
Currently, I am into Hadoop. From last 3 years, I am into totally into Hadoop.
oh, okay, okay, good.
Okay.
So, how is the market in India and other countries like US,
In other countries, I can
even?
say when compared to India, we have a more openings on
Mhm.
USA. My all
Okay.
these batch students are from US only. These batches are from US only. Currently, you can see Peter is also from US. He is also from one consultant. So I used to work for multiple consultant. I think there are 4 consultant which I used to work daily. So market is in US. We have a lot of market. If you have a visa, then you can assume after next 10 to 15 days you will be in US. If you have a H1B visa, valid visa. Currently, I am waiting for visa. My company has applied for me visa. So it's a lucky draw kind of concept, right? H1B. So let's see how
Okay,
it
okay,
goes.
okay.
So we'll get to know the results on April last week about the visa status. Do the lucky draw got picked or not my name? So that is the thing. So in US we have a lot of market. In India also, in Bangalore you will find a lot of openings in Bangalore.
How much the pay scale and all, like per
See,
annum kind of thing?
if you are showing 1.5 years of
Mm-hmm.
experience or 1 year of experience in
Mm-hmm.
Hadoop, okay, 1 year of
Mm-hmm.
experience in Hadoop, and you're having IT experience around 6 years, you can
Mm-hmm.
expect 12 lakhs per annum. Okay, 12 lakhs
Okay.
per annum if you're having 6 years of experience in IT and 1 year on of you're showing
Mm-hmm.
1 year on Hadoop. I can suggest you to keep 1 year after this training.
Mm-hmm.
You can easily keep 1 to 1.5 years because you will be doing 40 kind of POCs and all the 2 projects which I am going to share. You can keep in your resume, but the project name should be different.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you should not
Okay.
keep but on, and that is one banking project. Yeah, that is a very critical project I can say. So you can change the
Mm-hmm.
name of the project and you can bring with different components if you want. Okay, so there is one more
Okay.
thing I
Okay.
want to introduce. I think currently we are started working on Spark. Okay, but currently I have not at all started this training because it will take hardly 3 to 4 months extra. Spark and Storm,
Mm-hmm.
which are leading the market now. In US, to learn Spark, first you should have a Scala knowledge. Scala is nothing but Java
Mm-hmm.
2, I can say. But to learn
Mm-hmm.
Spark, you should know the idea on entire Hadoop course. I can say MapReduce. MapReduce and HDFS, all those things. You should have, then only you can learn the Spark. Storm, this is
Mm-hmm.
like real-time processing. Like I said with HBase can do it, right? Currently everyone is using Storm.
Mm-hmm.
but directly you cannot learn this subject. You should learn Hadoop because these are part of Hadoop. Very new to market. Okay, last 2 months back only people are started working on this. Out of 10 projects, you will find only one project working on Spark. All those things. In future, you can plan it, but currently, very less projects on Spark and Storm. That too in US, not in India. So market is good here. You can expect your career. See, Java is launched 24 years back. I am right. Currently, people are also crazy to learn Java. I am correct. I can say the Hadoop feature is next 8 to 9 years is the Hadoop feature is there. Easily you can survive in Hadoop in US, that too in US, easily 8 to 9 years. Next, again on top of Hadoop some other technology will come here. You can learn on yourself. Why to depend, right? On top of being big data side only, you will learn one more some other components. That's it. You can update yourself. So that is the thing. So
Okay.
Hadoop is the basic. Hadoop is the basic. You should have a very depth knowledge on Hadoop. Very, very depth knowledge. So is it fine everyone? It's 8:40 now. Any
Yeah.
more
So how
questions?
long is this class?
So
How
it,
long is the training?
yeah, it will take 35 to 40 45 days, Peter. I can promise you at the 45 days,
45 days.
yes, I can complete because the content is huge.
Okay.
No issues,
Okay,
right?
Syed, this is Sahul. The timing, can we join in the evening time, 7:30?
Yes, 7:30 p.m. right? Our regular timing is 7:30 p.m. only.
Yeah, PM. Yeah.
7:30 p.m.
You said 20 to 30 days, 20 to 25 days, maybe morning batch, right?
After that we can plan it. After that I can plan to switch your batch. If everyone is okay.
Uh-huh.
If everyone is okay, then only.
Oh,
If at least one student is not okay,
because for
then
us, oh, okay, then later we will plan it.
yeah, later classes we can plan. Because I kept 7:30 because everyone will come back from office, correct? So at that time we can start. So they should also not be in hurry, right? To go to again after going home, they need to attend the batch, all those things. So that is the thing.
Okay.
So
Okay,
this is
Syed. Thank you, Syed.
yeah. Thanks, Haja. Thank you, everyone. Tomorrow same timing, I will be sending you the meeting invitation. Tomorrow we'll start our Hadoop.
Yeah.
Okay. As I said,
Okay.
for architecture part, I will
Okay.
show you the PPT. Rest of the time, each and everything is technical. Okay.
All right. Same
Chalo.
time tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah. See you guys tomorrow. Chalo.